Okay, back on the 70 Chevelle. This is what I want to get done in this video. I've got a few dents in this quarter, a few dents in the other quarter. I'm going to get them straightened and primed. I'm also going to do a little priming on the hood on those new spots of Bondo. And there's a couple other things I want to get taken care of in this video. So let's get going on this. Okay, this is that dent. There's a crease right here. It's from the inside out. So I'm just going to try and tap that down and then maybe run a body file over it. Crease was right in here, so it's down just low enough that it's not going to show up. A little filler on there, be good as new. And there was a little outie right there. I'm going to file that off. Okay, I'm going to take 80 grit on a DA, sand this down, this, and there's one little dent here. I'll hit those. Then I'll jump to the other side, sand those spots down. I get my filler on both sides at the same time. That was 120 on the DA. Now I'm going to take 220 on the finish sander, go over the whole area. This side will be ready to prime. We'll jump over to the other side. Okay, something else I'm going to take care of here. You can see all these spots on this primer. It looks like little dark spots. What happened when the owner was working on this thing over the winter? I think he was bleeding out the brake system and sprayed some brake fluid up on here. You older guys out there, you'll remember what brake fluid used to do to paint. All the way up into the 80s, if you got brake fluid on a car, it would eat into the paint, and you could sand it down, prime it, paint it, it would always come back. It has to be stripped down to bare metal. And I think that's what I have to do here. I'm going to sand all this primer off of here, and there may be some in here. I don't want to take a chance, so this area in here, I'm going to feather it all out down to bare metal and then reprime it, since I'm spot priming the quarter panels anyway. Okay, I'm going to get this whole car cleaned up, retaped, and ready to prime. To prime this, I'm using SEM World Class Primer, and let's take a look at something over here. I've got everything taped up, wiped it down with Prep-Sol. For these big areas of raw steel, I'm not using any etch prime. SEM recommends just using their World Class Primer, and SEM Primer is a DTM, so in the future I'll have a video coming out on some information on a DTM primer, etch prime, and I got a lot of information from SEM also, so I'm going to cover a lot of stuff, but that'll be in the future. And I'm going to reprime these spots on the hood where there's new Bondo, and the reason I'm just going to spot prime these and also on the quarter panels on the Chevelle, I'll block those down, get them all finished up, and then later on in another video I'll sand down the entire quarter, strip the roof, and everything will be completely primed along with the hood. Last thing I'm going to do on this video is take care of these wheel openings here where the quarters welded to the outer wheelhouse. You got a seam right here. Nothing on these quarters have been seam sealed yet, and they've been put on a couple years ago. I did this bottom last year when I was working on it, so I'm going to scuff all this down, and I'm actually going to clean the back side up. It feels pretty good. It looked like it was primed. I'm going to make sure everything looks good there all the way around. Check the bottom of these quarters on the back side. I'll get all this stuff sealed up before it's primed. I've got this SEM rust trap. This is the equivalent of Pour 15. I'm going to brush a coat of this on the whole back side of here. It's all been primed. It looks pretty good, but that way it'll seal anything up. And to seal this up, I'm using SEM Black Seam Sealer. This is a DTM. Part number is 29392. I'll get the other side seam sealed. That'll take care of all this stuff for now. That'll finish up this video. Thanks for watching.